force. And
Hitler embodied Satan.
Yeah, just follow me.
Imagine Hitler when he was, what's that famous speech that he gave? The one that's available, you could actually watch it on YouTube.
I don't know.
He was in front of this gigantic throng of people.
You're talking about, yeah.
I mean, he is the guy that's leading the Holocaust. He is the guy that's trying, and he's hopped up on meth.
High as a kite.
High as a kite on meth. They're shooting testosterone into him. He's out of his fucking mind.
Blasted.
They're giving him cocaine injections.
Look how high he is.
Can we hear some of this? Because it's...
dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes.
Now, if you're a regular person and you see someone talking with this kind of power, bro, you've seen him tweaking out at the Olympics?
Oh, dude.
That's my favorite Hitler.
Incredible
just
how high he is.
Hardcore tweaking. See if you can find that. Hitler tweaking. But see, that speech is fascinating because you're seeing it from there. But there's some speeches where you see like the size of the crowd that he was rallying for. Yeah, there he is tweaking.
Not fun.
Now, if you wanted to bring Satan into the material world, you would do it through a guy like Hitler. That's essentially Satan in the material world. He essentially was Satan. He essentially was Satan. He was like a pawn of Satan. Like if Satan is a real thing, well, what is evil? It was, oh, you're being silly. It's not, but if it is evil, it exists, right?
Embody evil.
The Holocaust was evil. What he did was evil. So how do you know that's not Satan? Like that's literally like satanic ideas.
He looks possessed.
Embedded in a human being.
Yeah.
Like that's real. That's a real thing. And you can call it evil. You can call it corrupted by money. You can call it corrupted by power. You can come up with a bunch of names for it. But it's just evil.
Slow it down, and he's still moving really fast. I thought they sped it up because the other guy's moving really fast too. But
I think cameras were kind of goofy back then, right?
Definitely the frame.
But he's just tweaking hard. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's tweaking hard.
It looks like he's getting like a rough back massage, but nobody's there.
Looks like he's fucking.
You see his hand messing
with
his legs.
Dude, he's about to pass out.
Bro, that
his
guy
other
was
hand is all curled. His left hand.
And everybody's so scared of him. No one's like, dude, relax. Why are you fucking rocking like that? Like, take some CBD.
Someone on a podcast had the story. It might have been Dan Carlin, but there was a story about when Hitler, maybe it wasn't, I'm not sure. Hitler went to visit Mussolini. And apparently he had just got back from a campaign and he was exhausted. And so they shot him up with testosterone and they shot him up with cocaine. And Mussolini was going to try to get out of the war. And Hitler just fucking cornered Mussolini and just talked at him for like 6 hours.
Fuck.
Mussolini's like, okay, I guess we're in.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine getting cornered by Hitler when you're on cocaine.
Coke. You're both on coke, probably. I bet everybody was on coke back then.
Dude, do you know the story of, and I'm sorry.
Dr. Feelgood?
No, that's a good story.
Yeah.
You know the story of Diogenes? I don't know how to pronounce it. There's a story, this is some great philosopher, and Caesar hears about this great philosopher. Apparently he was an ascetic. He's living by a river. He's eating out of like a dog bowl, but he's revered as this brilliant mind. And so Caesar goes to visit him with his chariot, the imperial regalia, because he wants to co-opt the philosopher. That's what the state wants to do, is to create a connection between the philosopher and the state. So he goes there and he says to him, I'll give you anything you want. Just, what is it? And he goes, can you move a few steps to the right? You're blocking the sun. The ultimate takedown of that bullshit. You're just a fucking person.
Yeah.
That's all you are. Whatever it is you've convinced other people to think you are, you're just like me. There's really no difference. And you just are doing everything you can to steal the limelight from nature, from God, from the light. It's so obvious. There's nothing there. It's smoke and mirrors. Wizard of Oz. It's when he comes out from behind the fucking curtain. There's nothing there. There's especially nothing compared to when you take the mushrooms that apparently inspire the Bible and you get the direct transmission.
Yeah.
And the direct transmission really doesn't give a shit about people like that. It's almost oblivious in a weird way.
But here's the question. Do you think that in order for significant cultural change, sometimes people like that have to exist to elicit outrage? And that's what wakes people up. That's what leads people to understand that you just can't just let these feeble minds run civilization. You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't, and you got to get involved, because if you don't get involved, they stay in power.
Right.
And the same fucking system corrupts your children, their children, everyone's children in the future. Everyone's a prisoner of this fucking stupid thing.
That's it.
And it's not worth it. It's not worth it even for the people that are perpetuating it, because you're not going to live forever. You're going to live and you're going to die, and everybody's on the same fucking path. We got to make it better for everybody. And the only way to make it better for everybody, the only way to make it better for everybody is you got to remove money and influence from any of these decisions. You can't let people make money because you've made decisions to kill folks. You can't let people make money because you've made decisions to imprison people.
Right.
You can't, any of that.
You can't reward it. But, I think there's a precursor step. I mean, the first step is
Mushrooms.
Even before you take the stop being an idolater. Like, in the fucking Bible, I always was confused. Like, what's this worshiping false idol shit? Because it just seemed odd. I was like, why the fuck does God give a shit about that? It created the universe, so what? They're like throwing flowers at a cow. Who fucking cares? But now in my old age, I get it, because it's obviously, it's representing. Don't let anybody trick you into thinking that they're God. Don't let anybody trick you into thinking that they are some whatever the fuck it is. Don't let a middleman tell you that he's got a direct line to the divine that you don't have. Because whatever that may be, whether it's literally God, whether it's some access to some world of scientific information that you're too dumb to understand, whatever it may be, don't fall prey. Don't succumb to that level of manipulation. And the best way to do that is to look for the truth. And for me, that's God. That's aligning with what I would think of as a transcendent, benevolent, ever-expanding consciousness. And then this is where the mushrooms come in. And that at that point, once you get a taste of that, then those tricks don't work anymore. They don't work as well. They could still work, but it doesn't work as well. It's like you're not gonna. It's like if someone's giving you Wagyu steak, and then so they're like, hey, do you want to go eat delicious steak with me here, or should we just go to Sizzler? What are you gonna say? What are you going to say? And so that's the idea. It's like those people are Sizzler. It's not, it doesn't, you, number one, you don't care as much that you might die because you've connected with something that seems to transcend death. And so then once you've done that, what power do they fucking have?